There's a lot of emotions going on right now for people, given everything that's happened with COVID 19 and what's happening in our lives. What do we do? Where do we go from here? How do we deal with this? What are these emotions that are happening? It's really important that we take some time and we think about where we are in life and how to move forward and feel the emotions. It's so important that we actually feel the emotions that are happening in our lives. Right now, grief is just a huge piece of what's happening. If we think about it, what are the losses that we've already experienced as individuals? Some of us may be out of a job or just not working now. We may be, grieving the ability to spend time with our friends and our families. There's so much that has just been a big part of these changes that have occurred in the last couple of weeks. The thing is that we still have to keep moving and keep going in life. So we feel like, oh wow, all of these things are happening, and I miss seeing my friends, I miss going out to work, I'm grieving the loss of my job. And this is part of how life shows up in general. We all have grief in life. It happens at different times. We just happen to have a surge of it for just about everybody in our country right now. But remember, this is one of the aspects of human existence is grief, and we really need to just keep moving with it. Allow it to happen. Don't try to bottle it up. Don't pretend that it doesn't exist. It's here and it exists, and we all are feeling it right now. And once you accept that, hey, I'm grieving this, I'm grieving the loss of my job, I'm grieving not being able to go see my grandchildren, or not hanging out with my friends, or going out for a drink, whatever it is that we do. And this is a huge loss at the moment for me. So this is a huge grief. Experience it and allow yourself to feel it. That will help you to move through it. From there, we have to think about the fear. What is the fear that we have right now? I mean, when I think about it, there is huge amounts of fear. What's going to happen? Am I going to get sick? Are my loved ones going to get sick? Who is going to be there? And what's going to happen to me, to my family, to my friends? How am I going to survive? What's the financial aspect of this? My life is going to be different. In some ways, it's going to be different. And I'm afraid, I'm really scared. Like, as I sit here and I'm like, my gosh, like, I can't work because the type of work that I do for the most part is face to face with people. How do I deal with that? Or I can't go into my office, or perhaps, my job is something that, requires me to physically be there, and I can't, and I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. There are always these emotions of fear, but fear can be moved and shifted. And one of the things that you think about with fear is will. And what are we doing now to mobilize our will and to mobilize ourselves to move beyond fear? As you can see in this picture, the wave is crashing down, but then it's going to recede and it comes back. This is part of life, that movement of, fear, courage, all of those things just keep moving back and forth as we go through this particular time in our lives, especially now here in April 2020 with this COVID virus situation. And then, anger, like I'm really angry. This is messing things up for me. I had plans. Some people may have had some major event that they were going to have, and it's really, really important to them. And it can't happen because it can't be together with people. They have to be apart. And I can't be there. I can't have my event, whatever it is, my wedding, my bar mitzvah, my whatever event it is, my big party, my birthday party, whatever it is, and I'm angry. But if you think about it, that anger is actually the energetic of the spring, how we move through and things just grow up, they pop out of the ground. And if you go outside now, you're seeing that happen. You're seeing flowers just burst through the ground. That energy that you get from being angry is what helps those things burst through the ground. And it's going to help you burst through this feeling, burst through these emotions, and really move forward in your life. It may not feel like it right now, but that is true. It's a big part of it. The next piece is just that connection with people, and right now our connection with people is less than it might be because we don't have it. We can't be with those people. We can't be with our friends, with our family. It's really important that we do that. And we can reach out. We can do it virtually. We can get with people from, you know, online, doing it on Facebook, doing it on FaceTime, having these conversations, having a Zoom meeting with other people that we really care about, and still reach out. It's a great time to send an email, to make a phone call, and keep that connection because it keeps your heart involved and it keeps yourself really connected to everyone and to life. And this is an important thing to happen at this time in the world. The other thing is nourishing yourself, remembering that not only from a food perspective, but from an energy perspective. How do I take care of myself right now? I've got all of these emotions running through my body. What do I need to do? And for some people, it may be food. For some people, it may be, as I said before, the connection. How do I nourish myself and give myself what I need in my life right now that I can do? There are things you can't do. You can't go out and go to a ball game. You can't go to a movie. You can't do certain things. But that doesn't mean there aren't other things that you can do to nourish yourself. Think about it. Think about you can read a great book. You can watch a movie on a video. You can watch, something else that maybe, you enjoy that's not something you would normally do. You wouldn't have time for it. Go outside, walk outside in nature, work in your garden, work in your yard, take a walk with just yourself or with your spouse or your cohab, whatever it might be, who you're with all the time anyway. Wave to people. Some of the people that I know of are creating little like safaris for children where they're putting stuffed animals in their windows so children can take a walk with their parents and look and try to find stuffed animals in the different windows. There's another way to nourish yourself by giving to others as well as thinking about just yourself. So the important thing, as we talked about all of these emotions, and these emotions work in a cycle. That they work, we've got grief, and the grief moves into fear. The fear moves into this anger, which is actually an energizing type of movement in life, into the connection of how do I stay with the people I care about? How do I keep in contact and be with them? Which moves into how do I take care of myself? And in so doing, help to take care of those other people. And then we come back, and the big thing is that we keep ourselves moving, keep ourselves busy in a positive way. Do something fun for yourself in your own home or out in your yard or taking a walk in your neighborhood and look at the beautiful flowers or do something, but keep yourself moving. And as we do these things, we realize that our lives keep working. We will manage them in some way. And this type of continual motion of not letting ourselves bog down. I mean, as you can see in this picture, walking along in the sand, not letting the sand suck you in. Don't let the emotions suck you in. Keep yourself moving and allow yourself to be real. Be honest and real with yourself, because the more that you are, the more you allow your emotions to move through just as they should in life, and you keep yourself moving. And in doing so, that will help you to get through this really difficult time right now in April 2020.